I will call the Harrison County Commission meeting for April 15th, 2026 to order. If you will rise and join us in the invocation and pledge, please.
Lord, remove all the things that do not belong in our heart. Replace them with the love and kindness that you bestowed on us yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We do not need to fear tomorrow, Lord, because you are already there. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have is this W. Todd Hayes to speak before the commission?
Yes, so.
Are you here for an estate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll handle that when.
Thank
Okay. Is there anyone on Zoom that wishes to speak publicly? Anyone on Zoom wish to speak publicly? Okay, hearing none, we will continue to the agenda. Consent agenda number 2, what's the pleasure?
Move to approve.
Motion to approve consent agenda. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 3, payroll change notices, and we have A through F. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve payroll change notices A through F as presented.
Motion to approve payroll change notices A through F as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 4, minutes and or amended minutes of previous meetings. We have A and B. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve minutes A and B as presented.
Motion to approve number 4, minutes and amended minutes A and B as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 5, requisitions and purchase orders.
Move to approve for quotes and A and vendors list as presented.
Of course, that's my list in the other. No, it didn't. Okay. Motion is to approve requisitions, quotes, and vendor list of payments A and B. As presented. I do have a question. I guess the fuel card wouldn't work and a deputy had to use his own money and is requesting reimbursement, which is fine. But there's no expense report, are we not? And it was not approved by a supervisor, but there's a requisition that Heather did. I mean, are we just gonna, is that what we want to do? That's one. And under West Virginia Fitness, is it not required that they go 3 times?
I believe it's 4 times.
Okay,
Yes.
well, there was one that only went once.
We'll have to check that out, but.
And extension, same thing. Well, no, there was several. I guess the new person at extension was requesting reimbursement. There was no expense sheet. Also, and there is a requisition for an employee for reimbursement from 2023. I mean, it's a large amount. And again, conference request to go, but I didn't see where that was paid. So those are, okay. So I will make the motion to approve all the other quotes and vendor list of payments except those that I commented on. We will take Mr. Hinkle's motion first. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion carried. No need to make my motion. So just pay them. Number 6, exoneration, corrected tickets, joint property applications. It appears we only have exonerations, correct?
That is correct, Madam President.
Move to approve exonerations as presented.
Motion to approve exonerations as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried. Okay, at 10:05, we have a hearing to close delinquent and unprogressed estates, so I will open that hearing this time, and the list is in the packet. What's the pleasure? That's Mr. Hayes is here for that, I believe. Oh, are you?
No, Mr. Hayes, so I just want to point out, I'll be here.
Okay.
I'm here for Mr.
Oh,
Hayes.
okay. Just identify yourself.
This is Robert Pevler. I am counsel for the Donna Hayes estate. The personal representative of the estate is here present. William's first name, Todd?
Yes.
William Hayes, and he goes by his middle name Todd, so that's why we had a bit of a confusion there. This estate has been open for a long period of time. Donna Hayes was a survivor of her sister, whose name give me 1 second here. Thought I had that right on top. I did. Haroldine K. Helmick passed away, and Donna was one of her beneficiaries of a trust. That trust has run into several issues during its administration process. There was litigation involved. Several of the attorneys who have been involved in handling that trust have moved on for a variety of reasons. And so that we ask that the estate of Donna Hayes be allowed to remain open so that we can pursue marshaling those assets from the Haroldine Helmick Trust. And then once those are in our hands, they should be able to be dispersed. And we look forward to closing the estate using a short form affidavit and waivers. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Marsh?
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Richard Marsh on behalf of the estate of Irvin Ashcraft. And I'm here on behalf as well of Amber Schuman and Auburn Kennel, the two personal representatives. We'd ask that that estate remain open because we have two collection cases currently pending in Upshur County. We're trying to collect upwards of $80,000 on behalf of the estate, and that's what we're working through right now. The only two beneficiaries of the estate are the personal representatives, so there's no third parties involved and no one to be harmed. Both Ms. Schuman and Ms. Kennel are aware of the situation, and they want to keep moving forward and try to collect their dad's money that was owed to him. So again, we've got two cases pending in Upshur County, and we would ask that the case remain, or the estate remain open so we can continue to pursue those and collect that money for those heirs / personal representatives.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Are there any others that wish to speak on any other estate? You can step up to the microphone, please. Identify yourself.
My name is Jessica Hoke and my mother's name was Janet Brown. Her estate's been open for a while now. We had to hire an attorney and stuff, and so we had court and everything like that. But right now, the only thing that's holding me up is EQT. The only way to talk with them is email, and you have to wait for them to message you back and stuff. The assessor's office say they don't have anything under my mom's name in Marion County. And then they wanted me to get information from EQT as to exactly where the gas well, family gas well is and stuff. And they said they couldn't provide me that information, that they did not know exactly where it was.
Is it in Marion County, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Did you open an estate in Marion County as well?
No. So just maybe a little bit longer till I can figure this out with the family gas well. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anyone else?
Yes,
Oh,
Sorry, I'm not a personal representative. I'm one of, my mother was a creditor to the estate of Paul Wayne Conley. And her claim has not been paid out, so the estate is still open and there has been no progress made on that claim. So we'd like it to remain open so that it can get paid to my mother.
Okay, so you've got a claim against, I want to make sure it's clear.
Yes.
You have a claim.
My mother does,
filed
sitting right
against
next to
the
me.
estate,
Yes,
and you want it to remain open in hopes of.
yes, for back child support, that is still due.
That's Paul. Paul.
Paul Wayne Conley, yes.
First. That's one Warner said we could close, right?
I saw that name somewhere.
Yeah. Three. Want to stay open? Four.
Including the creditor. It's my only question with the creditor claim. Is there enough money in the state? What was the amount of the claim?
It would require the sale of the property involved. The total claim was 24,045. 25,351.
But is there real estate?
Yeah, it's on the first page. It says there is.
Okay. It's a pleasure.
Motion to keep all four estates open, Madam President. Do you want to put a time limit on it, or is it just
We probably should put a time limit.
6 months?
Yeah, Patsy, could you name them? That way they're part of the record.
Okay. Irwin Wayne Ashcraft, Janet Denise Brown, Paul Wayne Conley, and Donna Jean Hayes.
Thank you.
For a period of 6 months. And the rest of the estates closed. Okay, so the motion is to leave those that I mentioned open for a period of 6 months and to close the additional estates. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried, and the hearing is closed. Thank you.
Just go to the order. One order. After all these things.
There, you have a form, right? Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Commissioner.
Okay, and at 10:10, we were supposed to have a proclamation for Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week. Okay, whereas the National Animal Care and Control Association has been designated the second full week of April as National Animal Control Officer Appreciation. And whereas various federal, state, and local government officials throughout the county and country take this time to recognize, thank, and commend all animal control officers for their dedicated service they provide the citizens. Oh, here we go. Public safety, domesticated animals, livestock, and wildlife across the nation. And whereas every day animal control officers put themselves in potentially dangerous situations to protect the health, welfare of all kinds of animals and the public. And whereas the Harrison County Commission recognizes and commends the work done by the Harrison County Animal Control officers on a daily basis for the citizens of our communities. And would specifically like to recognize the following employees for their hard work. Not that, I'm joking. Director of Animal Control, Cassie Black Salmon. Deputy Director Whitney Newland, Animal Control Officers Olivia Antorelli and Stephen Hall. And Lacey Workman. What happened there? He's not here. Okay, where is it? But my fault this time. Whereas the Harrison County Animal Control Shelter has achieved and maintained a no-kill status as of 2025, reflecting the dedication and compassion of its staff, volunteers, and animal control officers in ensuring humane treatment and care of animals. And whereas the Harrison County Commission recognizes the animal control officers who answer calls for assistance capturing roaming and potentially dangerous animals, rescue animals in distress, and investigate reports of animal cruelty and neglect, educate pet owners about responsible pet care, and mediate disputes between neighbors regarding conflicts involving animals. Now therefore be it resolved, Harrison County Commission is hereby proclaiming the week of April 13th and 19th, 2026 as Animal Control Officer Appreciation Week. Be it further resolved, Harrison County Commission recognizes our animal control officers for their significant service and contribution to the well-being of family and community, and encourages all citizens within Harrison County to join us in expressing sincere appreciation for the service of these officers and all of the staff and volunteers of our animal control facility. Passed by the County Commission of Harrison County, West Virginia. I can't say enough about these people.
If you don't know, I'm Cassie. I'm the director of Harrison County Animal Control. Super honored to be here for the second year in a row for this proclamation. And I can't explain to you the dedication that these officers have to the community and what they do for the animals here for us. And to have our commission back us and my boss Laura, I mean, it's a great work environment, and the work that we do is incredibly tough sometimes, and to have people that truly care about you and care about the animals in our community is the most important part of this. So, if you guys don't mind to give them a round of applause because they work very hard.
This is a dedicated group. Thank you. We're welcome. Okay, next we have Telecommunicator Appreciation Week.
That's us. Yeah. Oh, you don't. You bet. Chad got a hose. That's what it said.
Some more dedicated. Please.
Not gonna work.
He's gonna play for coffee. Take another step. See how they treat you. Okay, whereas, because E911 public safety telecommunicators serve 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, similar to firefighters, law enforcement officers, and emergency medical service. And whereas E911 public safety telecommunicators make similar sacrifices in their personal lives as firefighters, law enforcement officers, and emergency medical service workers by leading their families and friends to dispatch the emergency 911 calls that save the lives, protect the property, and ensure the safety of our communities during emergency events. And whereas E911 public safety telecommunicator heroically answered 911 emergency calls around the clock, providing appropriate guidance in construction in difficult situations, all while promptly dispatching first responders to said emergency situations. Whereas E911 public safety telecommunicators must handle the stress of answering one call after another. They often being the voice on the other end of the call as citizens experience the worst days of their life. They hear cries of devastation, listen to the screams for help, and are support as citizens cope with the emergency. Public safety telecommunicators handle all of this at the very same time that they assist to keep emergency responders safe. And whereas this leadership enables them to partnership with all first responders and each dispatcher to exhibit compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job every day of the year. And now therefore be it resolved, the Harrison County Commission does hereby honor the men and women who serve in this crucial position and their dedication to our community. And be it further resolved, Harrison County Commission does hereby proclaim the week of April 13th through the 19th, 2026 as E911 Public Safety Telecommunicator Appreciation, given under our hand and sealed this 15th day of April by the County Commission of Harrison County, West Virginia. Couldn't get through that.
Jumping in there real quick, every one of the commissioners has spent time sitting in that room and watching it, and they always walk out saying, I couldn't do that. It takes a special group of individuals, and we've got a very special group that perform that duty day after day. I thought in my head all kinds of cool things to say. She said them all in the proclamation. One of the biggest things that I'd like to bring out, while we face that every day, they're listening to the cries, they're dealing with people not in their best day ever. One of the hardest parts of it is not getting closure when that thing's over. You will have talked to somebody who may have lost a child, but don't know what happened at the end. Really, don't get the closure for the call, and that's one of the things that weighs heaviest on anybody that's done the job. But again, special bunch, and it takes that special breed to do what they do what we do, 24/7, weekends, nights. You know, we can't keep a seat unfilled. So, thank you for the recognition, and on behalf of everybody, thank you very much for the support we get all the time.
I always say, and I don't even know if it's supposed to do this, but every person needs to spend a little bit of time in that room just to hear. I mean, I heard my husband's radio over the years.
Different on the other side.
It is, but go in, I've actually put a headset. Sit. And I was out there one day when somebody brought a knife into the courthouse and listened to them take that call. Professional. So again, another dedicated group that we have. There's anybody else?
I'd like
Well,
to
the
say
radio
us
guy.
animal control couldn't do our job that well. Yep. You guys are a huge help.
Trust us, we love when you answer the phone and take something more.
We appreciate you all.
Thanks. Yeah.
We have to go back to work.
Thank you for what you do. 10:20, we have a proclamation for National Library. All have been.
That's it. Library. Hey, how you doing? Thanks. That's our good.
Whereas National Library Week A good group that allows. Whereas National Library Week, April 19th through the 25th, 2026, is an annual observance that recognizes the profound impact of libraries in enriching minds, fostering literacy, and strengthening the unions of communities across America. And whereas theme for 2026, Find Your Joy, reflects in many ways public libraries promote joy, connection, inspiration, and opportunity for people of every age and background. And whereas the citizens of Harrison County are served by 5 vital public libraries: Southern Area Library, Nutter Fort Public Library, Lowe Public Library, Bridgeport Public Library, and Clarksburg Harrison Public Library, each of which plays a crucial role in education, community engagement, and access to information. Whereas these libraries provide free and open access to resources, technology, programs, literacy initiatives, outreach services, and staff that help residents learn, grow, connect, and thrive. And whereas we honor the contributions of library professionals and volunteers whose commitment to serve strengthens our county and enriches the lives of all who use the library. And now therefore be it resolved that the Harrison County Commission is hereby proclaim the week of April 19th, 25th of 2026, National Library. Be it further resolved that the Harrison County Commission encourages residents of all ages to celebrate the many services, programs, and opportunities offered by our public libraries, passed by the County Commission of Harrison County, West Virginia, this 5th day of April 2026.
Just like to say that these 5 libraries really work tirelessly to be able to promote literacy, lifelong learning, and community connection. We're so grateful for the county commission's funding, which is so vital to us, so that we can be able to meet the educational, cultural, and recreational needs of our community. So as a small token of appreciation for you all, we've provided you with a wooden bookmark that recognizes all 5 libraries, and it was created on our paper. So that's just an example of one of the unique services that all of our libraries do provide, all kinds of different services that we each have. And so you'll also see we've provided you with a snapshot over the past year for each of the libraries, all the great things that were done and all the services provided. Thank you all so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for what you did. I get it.
No.
But nice for the staff.
Okay, at 10:25, we have a special funding request for Hudson Pillar Fund Foundation requesting $5,000. Now I know why you're here.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time. We have always appreciated the Harrison County Commission's sponsorship of our race. The Fallen Stars 5K is our biggest fundraiser for the year. And over the last year, we've been able to reach out beyond providing the scholarships that we've been doing for the last 15 years, but we're also making donations to the families of fallen and injured officers. We made donations to several officers in the state of West Virginia, including the families of the 2 guardsmen that were, one was injured, one was killed in DC earlier this year. And we've also started providing equipment to departments that are in need of expensive and specialized equipment. We've donated training kits for canines, bulletproof vests for canines, several other items for departments that have a lot of budgetary constraints across the state. So our outreach is growing. Our race continues to grow. We are trying to get a participant from all 55 counties and all 50 states this year to participate in the race. So we would greatly appreciate your support. As in the past, you guys have done the t-shirt sponsor. So County Commission logo goes on the sleeve of every t-shirt. So all the runners on race day and all the shirts that we send out all over the country to the virtual participants will see that logo. I provided the packet in the email. I also have some race posters if you guys would like them. So do you have any questions?
No. Appreciate what you do. Motion to approve the $5,000 request to the Hodson Pillar Foundation. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. And I'll leave posters with Madam Laura.
At 10:30, we have a special funding request from the Stonewood Volunteer Fire Department requesting $5,000 towards the Stonewood Firefighters Festival. Is there anyone here to speak on behalf of the fire department or the festival? Anyone on Zoom? I think it's a 2-day festival. Yeah.
Motion approved $3,000 for the Stonewood Volunteer Fire Department Festival.
Motion to approve $3,000 for the Stonewood Volunteer Fire Department Stonewood Firefighters Festival. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Okay. Numbers, we'll go to 7 on the agenda. Review, discuss, consideration of approval of a project fund requisition for the payment of costs associated with the project to be financed from the proceeds of the Series 2008A Charles Point Project Number 2 Northland Bay Improvements. We have one for $3,112.08. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve 7A as presented.
Motion to approve 7A as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 8, review, discuss, consideration of approval of a project fund requisition for the payment of the cost associated with the project to be financed from proceeds of the Series 2019 A and B bonds issued for the Charles Point Economic Opportunity Development District. We have one for $3,521. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve 8A as presented.
Motion to approve 8A as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 9, it doesn't appear that there are any for that.
That is correct, Madam President.
Okay. Move to number 10, review, discuss, consider orders and election orders as presented by the clerk. We have one, it appears 2026 primary election, early voting, workers, general service building, and the mall. We have a list of those. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve 10A as presented.
Motion to approve 10A as presented. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 11, review, discuss, consider budget revisions for the following. We have any budget revisions for general county and vital services?
Madam President, we have some for
11.
port security. For vital services, port security, senior citizens, improvement opportunity.
Move to approve 11B as presented.
Motion to approve 11B as presented. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried. Number 12, review, discuss, consider budget revisions for the assessor for fiscal year 2025-2026. Pleasure. Motion to approve the budget revisions for the assessor. Number 12, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Number 13, review, discuss, consider budget revisions for the circuit clerk. Motion to approve the budget revisions, number 13 for the circuit clerk. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None, motion carried. Okay, at 10:35, we have a special funding request from the VFW Post 573 requesting $750 towards their Richard Iquina Run and Walk event. Is there anybody here from the VFW? Anybody on Zoom from the VFW? Motion to approve the $750 for the VFW 573 towards their Richard Iquina Run and Walk event. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 14, review, discuss, consider fiduciary commissioner Robert Pevler's recommendation on an estate claim dispute for the estate of Christina Louise Essling, however they refer. Is anybody here on Tuesday? Yeah. His recommendation, I don't know if you all have this or read through, is to, he recommends that the county commission allow Hall's creditor claim for reasonable funeral expenses as a debt of the estate, that the estate shall reimburse Hall the sum of $3,878.37, and that the outstanding balance is due for the burial and the grave marker be paid from the estate to Grandview Memorial Park. All I could take from this is there was a dispute on a claim and he went through it and this is what he came up with. That's a fiduciary commissioner's job.
Creditor. I'm gonna look down at the bottom of creditor. See something.
There must have been a dispute in the amount here for me, and they've worked that out and lowered it. It looks like because the initial amount, what I'm looking at was $8,000.
Yeah.
Unless you would like to table this for another meeting, you can see if he's here to explain it.
Just stand on lot sold to his sister. Just trying to figure out where the money's coming from.
Well, we don't have without a copy of the appraisal.
Mm-mm.
But it will remain a lien against property until it's taken care of.
Yeah, because it says for the outstanding balances due for the burial. Plus that amount. I would have thought they would have had whatever the outstanding was for the burial. Don't miss that. Make a motion to table it till we can get more information.
Maybe we could put it on the next agenda and contact Mr. Pepler and see if he could comment. How's
Yes,
that?
ma'am. That's fine.
Okay.
Motion to place on the next agenda.
Motion to place this estate on the next agenda and reach out to Mr. Pepler to give us some more information. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Okay, number 15, review, discuss, consider order to close delinquent unprogressed estates. Actually, we took care of that. There it is on the agenda.
Do it again.
Okay,
Note for
okay.
exceptions.
Motion was to leave open the estates of Irvin Wayne Ashcraft, Janet Denise Brown, Paul Wayne Conley, and Donna Jean Hayes. Those estates will remain open. The remaining estates will be closed. Is there any discussion?
Those estates will remain open for 6 months.
And the estates will remain open for 6 months. Thank you. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None, motion carried. Do we have anything on number 16?
I do not have any on 16, madam.
I don't have anything either.
I'm gonna say I took a ride on the trail the other day and I witnessed the vehicles on the trail. So we really need to get moving on something with that. Number 17, review, discuss, consider putting an electric pole by the courthouse to feed power into the golf building. I have asked Mr. Sharp to be here if you have questions concerning this or comments. He can explain to you. Basically, you're taking it outside and bringing it up and over and need to place a power pole right next to the courthouse.
Yes, the plan is to put a power pole around Court Street there at the corner by the vault to refeed the stone wall, coffee and all that is that part of the building. Because they've got to get the one transformer that's in the basement of the golf out because it's jeopardized. It's underwater. They need power company wants to get it out of there. Fix that building. They're moving all the other transformers now out of the golf building to the there's a vault, there's a transformer bank in other parking lot. It's not being used, it's supposed to be used for a radio station. So now they're going to be able to take everything out of the basement. So the golf building, they're going to put in 50 rooms and business on the main floors. So that's what it should clean up everything in the underground services on 4th Street.
So
That's the final stage of that part.
So it's temporary or permanent?
Permanent.
Against it. So.
Because there's no other way that the fire company can fix power to the building.
Cheaply.
Yeah, there's no other way. So they asked me to come here and speak for them. They're paying for everything. At no cost to the county.
I make a motion not to allow the placement of a pole on county property at that location.
Okay, the motion's been made not to place the pole on that part of property. Any discussion? Well, I'm gonna make a motion to place a pole on that property. So we will vote on Mr. Hinkle's motion. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. My motion was to allow them to place the pole to help out getting that out of the golf building. help the other entities there for development. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
No.
Okay, motion carried. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Okay, number 18, review, discuss, consider replacing the sidewalks around the courthouse.
Madam President, I think it's on the agenda for some item check. Sidewalks for the safety service and beautification versus
I don't disagree. But the city is working on, they have actually a grant, I believe, to do that. And I have had several complaints on sidewalk. I haven't had any recently. But I'd like to wait for them to get the grant, and if something needs to be patched or taken care of. And I have Mr. Lane here, if you want, have any questions of him. What?
What do you think out of that, sir?
Council Marsh and myself have been working on a request for qualifications for the engineering services for these sidewalks. The grant period ends in 2032, but we don't see it taking that long. My suggestion for the county would be to go ahead and maintain the cracks and stuff that are there for now until the time comes when we can do this grant. And as with government agencies, we all try to work together. There may be a chance where we'll try to seek some other funding, to help out with the city's portion of the grant funding.
You know, the only sidewalks in the whole downtown are the ones that will be on City Hall, in front of our building here. Building and sidewalk. And you just said 20, 20, and 32. That's what I hear every meeting, but
That's just the grant period.
everything else.
That's just the grant period. The calculations that I came up with are going to show a completion of about 6 months once we get everything.
What's the train clock? I've got about 5 things on the clock right now. As you just look.
We have, our goal is to wait until after the state comes through and does their paving project. The previous sidewalks were poured in 3 sections. The curb was a monolithic pour. Then there was brick pavers in behind it, and then there was the actual concrete exposed to that aggregate concrete. So we're going to be able to do this sidewalk project without damaging the roadway that the state's paving in this May and June.
We'll set up a Halloween table on our new sidewalk.
That's my hope.
All right, well,
I don't know if we can do the Italian festival. My hope is maybe Halloween.
Thanks, Jason.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion to repair the sidewalk in front of the courthouse,
To repair, not to replace.
to replace, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Commissioner Treecost, right, it's been sitting there, it's stayed the way it has. And it's a reflection on us as a county. So Mr. Treecost wants to continue with that project, the motion's there to it.
okay, the motion's been made to replace the sidewalk in front of the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any further discussion?
and David, just to agree to her, Laura, we want concrete. We don't want bricks that come up. We don't need anything decorative, it's soft appearance. We just need concrete. Concrete, don't overthink this. I need tree. I need a plan.
Mr. Treecost, that's going to be our plan too for the rest of the sidewalks, just a normal gray concrete.
Good.
Curb.
We learned our lesson.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion carried. Thank you, Jason, for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, number 19, review, discuss, consider travel request for the following 911 employees to go to Elkins, Randolph County 911 to attend the monthly statewide West Virginia 911 council meeting. We have 2A and B. What's the pleasure?
Move to approve 19A and B.
Motion to approve 19A and B. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Number 20.
Madam President, I do have a few things. One, I think it's very exciting that the town of Lumberport voted to go with Hartford Water Board. I believe it was last week at their council meeting, so that's a great step in the right direction. Elevator number 2 at the courthouse is to be turned over to us sometime this morning. I got a message last night that it did pass inspection, everything, so we should finally, it is working out. I mean, it's a big deal. Do we want to have a ribbon cutting?
Wait till the second one. Make sure
Yeah,
this one's gonna
thanks.
run.
Let's see, Sunset Ellis Flea Market will open Saturday, April 25th. Thrasher was able to fly the 2026 aerial photography this spring without any snow or leaf issues, so we should have some nice clear visuals for the aerial photography. That is all I have.
Commissioner Treecost? Commissioner Hinkle?
No, ma'am.
I have nothing.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.